Hey, it's your old pal Fernbark, and today we're going to take a look at this 2010 Southwest style beef and black beans in sauce sent to me by Tracy Phillips. Thank you very much, sir. Let's open up this 9-year-old beauty and see what's inside. 2010 was the first year that this menu was introduced into the lineup, or at least it was new for 2010. I'm not even going to tease myself with this peelable seal. I'm going to just go right in with the old tactical scissor. Let's see, I still didn't even get it. There we are. Double wrapped, it's an AmeriQual item. Just gonna give her another go with the old scissor, I guess. Gotta be careful. So right on the top we have our, what is that? Oh, it's a hot beverage bag. Then the FRH. Got some ground red pepper. Probably won't be needing that. Spoon. Cheese spread. I'm very curious how this is gonna have held up. Beverage base lemon lime. Picante sauce. I haven't tried that before. That'll be interesting. Vegetable crackers. I like these a lot. Got our accessory bag. We'll take a look at that in a second. Cookies with pan coated chocolate discs. Mexican style rice with beans. There's your nutritional data. Southwest style black beans. Get that in there. There's your nutritional data. Well, they didn't skimp on the ingredients, did they? Alright, let's give this FRH a try. I don't have very much luck with these when they're brand new. We'll see how a 9-year-old one fares. At least this pouch is thin enough to fit in the thing decently. I'll have to fight that battle today. Well, after much wrangling, I got them both in there. Just gonna add a little water. We shall hope for the best. All right, let's take a look at this accessory pack while I hopefully will have hot meal being made here pretty soon. Got some cinnamon gum. Got some, well, they look pink now. I bet they used to be red tip matches. Got some Taster's Choice. I'm hoping this is still pretty good. Freeze-dried coffee. Moist towelette and some salt. We got sugar and some non-dairy creamer, and of course, everyone's favorite. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of this rolling. I'm just going to go ahead and mix up my drink right away here and get that out of the way. And hopefully do it without spilling. And I did, which I shouldn't be so excited about. Well, there's really not much smell to that at all. Let's give a little slug of water to that. Well, that is a color not found in nature. Goodness. Actually, I think I have seen that color in ponds. Nuclear ponds. Let's bust open these. Ooh. Oh. So, that's hilarious. Cookies with pan-coated chocolate discs is basically a cookie with M&Ms. Let's get these vegetable crackers opened up. No hiss at all. There we are. They're a little bit darker color. I don't know if the camera's picking up all the little flecks that are in here that give it a little bit different taste. If I remember correctly, these taste a lot like chicken and a biscuit kind of crackers. Alright, let's get this over with. Cheese spread. It's actually pretty pliable. It feels pretty decent right off the bat, which is no big indicator. The package is kind of separating a little bit. Let's go ahead and give these crackers a quick try all by themselves. They snap apart nice. That's that guy. Well, it's okay, but it just tastes incredibly stale. I don't know that I've ever had one of these crackers taste quite as stale and old as this. And it's only 9 years old, which is kind of old, but not for an MRE cracker. Maybe the vegetable ones just don't hold up. I've only had these twice, so I couldn't say for sure. All right, let's go ahead and check our cheese. That tore off of there pretty nice. Kind of looks peanut buttery. Oh man, that is really dark. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll bring it up here. That is not good looking cheese. It smells okay. Oh, I don't know. Well, I took a little taste test of this guy, and I'm not feeling anything too overtly weird on my mouth, so I'm gonna have a little bigger bite. I'm gonna give her another little taste. The first bite I had, usually the cheese has a fairly firm texture to it, and this stuff is really loose feeling. Not, oh man, the crackers are brittle. Not as firm. It kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel exactly the same as it normally does. That's attractive, isn't it? Well, this seems like a perfect time to give the old moist towelette a dry run, or hopefully a wet run, because I gotta wipe that cheese off my fingers now. It is still nice and damp. Pretty frail. I don't really smell any alcohol smell to it, but let me get that cheese off my hands. Well, here we go. I think 2 bites of 9-year-old cheese is going to be my limit on this ration. Time to give some 9-year-old Taster's Choice a try. Wow, managed not to spill that at all. Should have took a look at that before I dumped it in there, I feel. They look pretty good as they were going down. I got about 6 ounces of water. It smells pretty decent. Well, it smells like Taster's Choice, which is not super awesome. Take a look at their non-dairy creamer. I always want to say non-dairy topping, and I don't know why. It's kind of a weird thing. Anyhow, oh, this is looking nice and powdery. Remember the old druggy taste test? Yeah, it's alright. But it's still fairly bitter. You can see I got some floaties of non-dairy creamer that didn't quite make the full transition to liquid here. Well, it's time to check out some 9-year-old Southwest beef and black beans. And I'd like to pretend to be surprised when I tell you this, but the FRH did not work. So it spent a good amount of time in the pot of water I had cooking up on standby. There's what that goodness looks like right there. Well, real pieces of corn, beef. Looks like a little chili pepper in there, green chili. I'll go ahead and unceremoniously pour this onto the tray. I have to say the smell coming off of that is pretty good. You definitely detect the Southwest style of seasonings in it. Predominantly that green chili pops right to the front. I happen to like green chili a lot, so that's very nice for me. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to be this brown. There's our rice. I'm going to try to aim for the second hole over here. There we are. But I'm going to say that this rice does not smell anywhere near as good as the beef does. I'm glad I didn't just pour them together. I'm just going to give this a little taste right out the front. It's kind of clumpy and stuck together. Well, I'll tell you what, despite the fact that it looks brown, and to me generally it looks like it should be teriyaki rice, but when you taste it, it tastes exactly like every yellow rice you've gotten at any Mexican restaurant you've ever been to. It's pretty decent, actually. It's probably the best rice I've tasted in a ration in a long time. We'll say this has actually got a little bit of zing to it. It's not overly spicy, but you can, there is a little heat at the end. It's pretty good. It's not too much for me. I'm really wimpy about spice, and if it was any spicier, I probably wouldn't like it. Let's go ahead and give this beef a try. That's pretty interesting. You can see kind of a faux grill mark on this meat. You know, this tastes actually almost exactly the same as the Mexican-style chicken stew I just had, only with beef instead of chicken, which means it's good. I think the chicken had tasted a little better, but that was also, 7 years newer. All right, it's time for some beef and rice together. Try to get a little scoop, a big piece of beef. There we are. That's pretty good. I think I would probably go ahead and mix those all together. I had to go ahead and get that cheese off my tray. It was really messing with my ability to enjoy this meal. It looked so gross. I'm just gonna go ahead and try this picante sauce on this cracker bit I got right here, just to try it out, see what she looks like. Oh, well, there's actual chunks of tomato in there. I didn't give myself a big enough hole. It's clogging up the... Here we go, we'll see if that... Okay, I had to go up to my backup cracker piece since I buried the first one. Get some pieces of it's probably onion that's kind of darkened over time. Wow, this is actually pretty good. It has a lot of kick to it. It's got a lot of heat. I'm glad I had some water standing by. Whew, that'll zip up your dinner. All right, I'm gonna try some on just a little bit of beef here. Yummy. Well, this sauce is delicious. It's got way too much heat for me, so I can only taste a little bit, but it has really decent flavor. Way better than the vinegary hot nonsense that is Tabasco. That's a nice condiment. I do have to say this meat is really nice and tender. It's got a decent amount of chew, so it feels like you're actually eating a piece of meat, but it's not hard to chew at all. This already has enough heat on it, so I'm going to go ahead and forego the red pepper flake, but I will enjoy this delicious cookie if I can break it. There we go. Pretty crumbly on the edges, but it is an old dry cookie. Well, the cookie part tastes basically like what you would expect you would taste with a chocolate chip cookie, but instead of chocolate chips you have discount M&Ms. Glad I didn't toss my coffee out because this cookie is crazy sweet. It's really good. There's zero chance anybody ever traded this away, but this cup of coffee is going spectacularly with this cookie. Well, both my drinks are gone. I actually ended up going through 2 more glasses of water after my lemon lime drink, which tasted very good. It was not overly sweet, had a pretty nice lemon flavor to it. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it wasn't bad. This cracker was kind of a disappointment, and the cheese was a huge disappointment, but was not having my hopes set too high for the cheese in the first place, so it wasn't that big of a deal. These were both excellent. I would eat this again. This picante sauce is really good, just a little zingier than I can actually tolerate. But I imagine there's some dishes that I would probably save that packet for and stick it in something that's like super bland. This has got a little zing and that's got a little zing. It doesn't really need more zing as far as I'm concerned. I want to thank Tracy Phillips again for sending this to me. Thank you very much, sir. And I hope to catch you all later.